Greetings, my fellow Druids. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 21 of The Keepers of the Gauranlen Grove, which originally aired live on Twitch on July 27th, which means that this episode and the next 4 episodes were all recorded under the update 1.3.3072. Let's get started. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to stream number 5 of the Keepers of the Gauranlen Grove. There's been one major change here, and I'm curious if you can spot it. The addition of rough living. So let me hide that. I keep having to update the ideology as the game patches. That was one of the worries that I had, that the game would continue patching. So rough living is something that is added. Oh, Tusk, don't do that. Come here. Rough living is something that's added to someone that is tree connected. Right here. Yeah, you're fine. And what it does is it turns off a bunch of the mood penalties. So it turns off the mood penalty for being wet, for sleeping outside, for sleeping on the ground, and for eating without a table. So that is good. Let me update this current project. I'm just going to type recovery. I think all of you can appreciate that that's more or less all I have to type. I'm actually going to go for, so a little bit more, the end of this last stream, we got Vera here, who's someone I want to try to recruit. But as soon as Vera showed up, so did 9 wargs, manhunter wargs to be exact. So I am going to go hunt the 9 wargs. I'm not going to be bullied by some wargs, for better or for worse, if this stupid announcement would go away. Aoife does not have combat command, so let's not worry about that. Yeah, eating without a table will always be a crime. It's actually something I really like. The benefits of nutrient-based meal, obviously gone now. But no penalties, no malice for eating without a table. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. I also wanted to point out one other thing. Hey, Alden. I was so very happy to raid you yesterday. I couldn't stick around too long because wife, but really good stream. I'm glad that you're digging into ideology and you're enjoying it. And royalty too, and, you know, everything else that ensues. So we're picking up right now. I am going to try to, I'd say rescue Vera, but the reality is we're going to capture her. We're going to imprison her, convert her, and have her join us if possible. So yeah, and I have to fight 9 wargs for her. So, did I update the sub icons? I did indeed. Yeah, no more war criming. All right, so here are the wargs. They're coming marching towards me. We still have a landscape quite literally littered with corpses. It's ridiculous how many enemies that we had to kill last stream. Like 100 versus 7. It's just obscene. Something truly obscene. Any leader shooting buffs? No, we do not. Aoife is on a cooldown of about 6 days. But I'm not that worried. We have combat shotguns. We should be okay. And we have assault rifles and combat shotguns. Yeah, we really do have the weapons to take out wargs. What I will have to do is isolate targets and focus fire to make sure that they're wounded. Oh, well, that one got brained. Yep. Anytime I see a warg die or any enemy die in one shot, it's either... Wait, where are they going? It's either they got brained or shot through the heart. Did I mind looking at the downed pawn's health? Yes, they had only 1 bleeding scratch, so they will be able to be out here for a long time. I think actually the largest threat to their health is frostbite, because they only have a little clothing here. So they're going to probably die of frostbite before bleeding out. But either way, I am intending to rescue them, so 'tis a little moot. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the marsh to slow down the wargs, so that they can't breach me. And I'm just going to play this real careful, where I am going to focus fire on the ones that are closest, hoping to hit paws, legs, etc. Ooh, that's probably another brain injury. It is indeed. But soon we'll have these wargs within combat shotgun range, and yeah. She might get up and leave. No, she's in pretty crippling pain. I don't think she's leaving. And I mean, if she does, oh well. We've killed a whole bunch of wargs that would have locked me inside the base anyway. I consider that a complete and utter success. So here we go. Combat shotguns are now going. Yeah, these wargs are getting absolutely massacred by my firing line. And that's 5, 9. Yep, we got all of them. All are down. All right, Oriana. Maybe not. Yeah, no, Oriana's fine. She doesn't have any movement penalties. You are going to go capture Vera. And Different, thanks for the resub. Welcome back. Okay, we are done. I now can lighten up the zone restrictions and not have people go inside specifically, which was a big worry because we, obviously had all those wargs. Pet Yoda is not currently possible because Yoda's not here, but there's a Tusk. Tusk, come here. Tusk, come here. Tusky. Here, I'll lure her with treats. Here's your treats. Go ahead. You want this? She's being a little obstinate, so it's gonna take me a minute. You get to watch a Tusk butt. Tusky. She's not the brightest dog, and as a result, she doesn't always cooperate. Hi, girl. Hi. You're not in trouble. I just want you to put your head over here. Or give me your paw. Okay. That's the best I can do. I tried to negotiate, but she doesn't negotiate with terrorists, so that's the best I can do. So some other reminders. We have Latch here. Whoa, holy moly, Different. That is a lot of gifted subs. Thank you, sir. Glad that you showed up today. Deep hype. Yeah, oh yeah. Some other reminders here. Kadath is in the healing pod to try to get rid of his scratch scar on his shoulder. He's in there for 2.8 days. Glitch, thanks for the bits. Yeah, deep hype, like that's something different. And Tooth and Guero. Thank you, guys. I am really hoping to get significant research up so that I can start doing the world quests that we have here. To that end, I think it would be a wise idea for me to try to tame horses or other pets that will help me navigate the world map more quickly. Using our pen marker finally. I also want to push the Gauranlen tree bonds and the anima tree bonds further. Kadath, even more gifted subs. Holy moly. I see some new buildings I haven't seen before. I assume that you assume they're part of the theme. So yes, there are a few different styles. So like this shelf, for instance, or these stools, they all have certain buildings can be influenced by a style. So if you take a look here, we have techist and totemic styles. Techist because of our transhumanism, and totemic because of our tree connection and the fact that we are tribal. And there are a bunch of different styles. There's rural, there is spike core, there is morbid, there is Christian, Islamic, Buddhist. I don't have them all memorized, but I think that covers a whole lot of them. If you take a look at the other ideologies, yeah. Oh, Hindu, rustic, totemic, animalist, Christian, Islamic, spike core. Okay, yep. That covers it. I think I missed one, maybe. Different. Thanks for the bits. And Pyrotexas, thanks for the follow. Wow, different. Someone's going ham this stream. Randy last stream and you this stream. Morbid and Techist. Yeah, I covered those, I think. I hope. I am Techist, so. All right, we are heading into spring. Oh, I wanted to cover one other thing from YouTube comments. So the way I've been growing zones, I can actually include the trees in the growing zones, just as long as I don't allow cutting. They won't cut down the trees. So it makes it a lot easier to paint. We can just like paint like this, and the only thing that you would want to do, perhaps, is if you don't allow cutting, of course, if you have bushes or other things that you don't want in the growing zone that aren't trees, you can cut those down. Okay. All right, that covers some of that. I did mention, of course, that we have rustic living now. Hey, Jester. Thanks for the bits. When Ideology came out, the max we got was Hype Train level 3. Hey, any and all support is amazing support. I am in no way going to complain, regardless of what it is. All right, Orion is still hauling poor little Vera, who is going to be our new capturee. And then soon I'm going to be running around with frag grenades to blow up these corpses to remove them from the mat tile. Perhaps at some point we get a crematorium to do it a little bit more efficiently. When was rustic living added? It was added like yesterday. So rustic living, we don't need to separate ourselves from the roughness of nature. I did mention it, but I'll say it again. It allows you to ignore 8 without a table, sleeping on the ground, sleeping outside, and getting wet. Getting wet and eating without, sleeping on the ground and sleeping outside, not that big of a deal, right? Because most of the time you're gonna have bedrooms anyway, because people like bedrooms, there's a benefit. But eat without a table is amazing to have rustic living. And then of course, the no upset from getting wet means I can go through the marsh all I want and like my guys won't care, which is pretty incredible as well. Are mechs still close? So these mechs died. These mechs died because a raid of 40 tribals came to try to murder me. And I didn't lose. The mechs lost and the tribals lost, and I survived. Barely, but I survived. So those mechs are gone. There are mechs. Oh, let me get rid of that tab. There are another core or cluster rather over here. As you can see, this cluster, if I had a shield belt, would be really easy to take down because all I would have to do is draw some fire and hit the power cable or power cell, and it would go up in flames, the whole thing. I might want to try to recover this power cell instead, but to do so would require me to use probably EMP shells or something like that. So there's a possibility of doing that, but I don't know how likely of a possibility. Okay, setting my prisoners to NPM. Yeah, I wouldn't mind free power because renewable energy is fine, but it takes up a lot of space. It takes up a ton of geography. Solar panels are a 3x3 or 9 cells, and then wind turbines are a 2x5, but then they also take up a huge swath, which means fewer space for trees, which is upsetting. Oh, I think a tree died here. Yes, all right, I had a tree die off naturally, and I'm gonna fill it in with concrete so that my wind turbines cannot get blocked. Finally. So now we're just waiting on this tree to die off. It is fully grown, so it's going to die off sometime in the next 2 years. And then this tree as well, which is already dying. So this one will be all set soon. Bona, thanks for gifting out a sub. Ooh, I just got a sprout. I had a lot of YouTube comments asking me about the sprout pods, and they're like, oh, you didn't wait for it to grow. Little do they know, ready to harvest. It was just a bug. Whatever that bug was, I think it's been resolved. You like the new badges? Yeah, I think I'm going to put even more work into them. I just ran out of time before the stream. I do my own art, so I do some of my own art. What if more trees come up? More trees can't because I've put concrete here. As you can see, it's concreted. It's under the snow, so you can't really see it. But yeah, we're blocking. Oh, Brenona. Oh dear. Ouch. Oh, not good. I am going to break down this other biosculpting pod and build a new one, knowing that about a quarter of the resources going into the pod will be lost, because Brenona definitely needs to go into a biosculpt pod. Now she has 2 scars, one on her head and one on her leg, and the head scar causes a considerable amount of pain, which means that when she's in combat and gets hurt a little bit, it will be additive, and she will get knocked unconscious more easily, which is a big no-no. These pods, what do? They can either heal you, remove a year off your life, or like reverse a year of your life. So if you're like 50, you go back to 49, or they can make you happy. I don't think that they're all that efficient making people happy unless you're trying to get a character over like a important death of a family member or bonded pet or something like that. And in that instance, they would be really powerful because not only can they not have mental breaks when they're in the biosculpting pod, but then when they get out, they're happier. So it's a way to negate like a terrible loss of something or another. Yeah, if you have a pawn that gets frail, I think it's already a little bit too late to try to biosculpt them backwards. But with that said, if you can start biosculpting before they hit the age that they are going to, the age that they're going to start getting negative, like, health modifiers or whatever, that is where you're going to benefit the most. Yeah, too bad that Masochist died. I'm bummed about that. He's still fresh. I could hypothetically bury him. In fact, it would be pretty easy to bury him because all I would have to do is... let's do it. All I have to do is remove 2 concrete from in here. But I think in reality, if I get Resmec Serum, I'm not likely to resurrect a stranger, so I'm not going to bother doing it. We just got a hospital bed. I'm going to get a vitals monitor next. And let's go ahead and get ourselves a hospital bed made by our best constructor, Taliesin. I'm going to start trying to pronounce his name correctly. I looked it up. There was some people on YouTube telling me I was pronouncing it wrong, and then their suggestion was also not right. So then I Googled it, figured out how to do it. It's a Welsh druid name, Taliesin. That's why, like, Aoife, even though this doesn't look like Aoife, this is Aoife. Again, Welsh. Or Irish, maybe Gaelic. An excellent hospital bed. Much. That's good. Alright, Taliesin, let's get you to remove this pod. And honestly, just build it back. So I got half the materials back, approximately. What happens when a pod is destroyed and they're in it? You can actually interrupt the cycle yourself. They just pop out of it. Kind of like crypto sleep caskets. So it's not quite as penalizing as you might think. It's obviously you're not going to want to do it to your characters if you're investing time in the pod, but it's not, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm very eager to have Kadath come out of this pod. Because we're relying on him as a crafter. How's the new DLC? It's great. It is quite a lot of fun. So it looks like we had... Where'd they go? We had a bunch of elk hanging out here, but I'm not sure where they went. Maybe they left Math Tile. Wildlife. Oh yeah, they're still right there. Wow, just a little south of where I was looking. So Bernona's fully healed, and she's in medium pain at all times. So that's why I'm copping for the new pod, so that we can get her far healthier. Has anyone suggested to build a hospital yet? Not yet, no. I'm not really taking suggestions because I've been so under siege that I've mostly just been trying to put out fires proverbial fires. If at some point I get a little bit more breathing room, I plan on incorporating more feedback, but at this present moment, so many terrible things happen so often that all I'm doing is trying to stay alive. What druids are you going to raise after the second tree pawn caretaker? Maybe wood makers. Have a group of carriers and a great group of wood makers. So this dryad here, I'm going to name Night Knave. It's not going to be raffled because I, through my own negligence, despawned that dryad. Also, I think because Oriana was so dang wounded, but that's nor here nor there. Let's take a look. Anteater and the Lair. The Green Chief of the Zago Union has sent us a message. They want us to eliminate all enemies and turrets at a camp. It's guarded by 6 pirates. The rewards is Eltic Skullcap and Camp Loot, Skill Trainer of Social, Hyperweaving Camp Loot, Incendiary Lance, Glitter World Medicine, and Camp Loot. And I will leave this up to you. Do I clear the bandit camp? Now, if I did go clear the camp, I would most likely want to create a few more sniper rifles so that we can outrange the enemies more easily. And I would also additionally want to wait for Bernona because, of course, Bernona is my primary shooter, but right now she has so many scars that, you know, it makes the most sense to get her through a full heal cycle so that she's fully battle ready, because at the moment she's not anywhere close to battle ready, being as ridiculously wounded as she is. So I'm totally all for doing that if you want. I do think that these social neurotrainers would be very beneficial because I don't have a lot of good high social people. And Aoife has a burning passion, and Vera here has a burning passion. Both would highly benefit from a neurotrainer. But I can always get a neurotrainer at some other later date too. It doesn't need to be now. A medical emergency for Vera. She'll be all right. Just need to tend to her. I also probably need to improve my accommodations for the prisoners, or they're not likely to join me due to low morale. So I'm going to be working on that as well. Trying to maybe make individual prison cells with tables or something like that. But what I think I will do is ask you all what my priority should be. Oh man, Bernona, I don't know why they haul singular stacks of stuff to the Biosculpt pod, but it is extraordinarily frustrating. All right, Bernona, just hop on in. This is a heal cycle, and she'll be in there for 4.8 days. I think I can actually cut that down. Oh, can I not reach? Here, let me force clean and keep everyone inside to see if I can't help to clean up, because the room is not as cleanly as it should be, but because the dirt is in the back of the Biosculpt pod, I can't seem to right-click it. Does the Biosculptor work off calories? It does. It needs a certain level of nutrition, not meals exactly. So it's more important to... it doesn't really matter what you put, putting in nutrient paste meals, because nutrient paste meals are only worth 0.6 nutrition. I don't believe is any better. Okay, yeah, we did clean it up. Good. Okay, I was worried about that. I was wondering if it was completely impassable, like a comms console would be. Hey, Carvin. Welcome. Would silver floors help? There's already sterile floors in there. So then, if you take a look at Brenona's, it already shaved off about half a day, even though she's been in there like an hour, because we got it cleaned up. What are the two things near the prison? These are neural superchargers. They increase your consciousness by 10% for 24 hours, and transhumanists desire to use them. They do cost a lot of wattage to charge up, so you use it and it goes on a 24-hour cooldown for a 24-hour bonus. So I think what I'm going to do is build the future bedrooms that I'm going to have. And treat them as prison cells for now. So we'll have bedrooms here. And these batteries I will put out of the way so we don't block a hallway. And that way we can have, each prisoner will have their own bedroom. And then I'll put tables and chairs in them. Yeah, these are not Vanometrics. Vanometrics are a 2x1 and they look green and yellow. If you must know, I can spawn one. I'm not going to keep it, obviously. I don't cheat. But this is what a Vanometric looks like. So it's a different dimension. This is a 3x1. Vanometrics is a 2x1. And then when you place it down, it looks like that. Green and yellow. Bye-bye. So. What happened with the raid from yesterday? So spoilers if you guys want to see the raid in person. But I survived, obviously. Okay, so you do want me to clear the bandit camp. I forgot to put a timer on that. And what reward should we take? So rewards 1, which would be the skull cap. 2, a social trainer and hyperweave, or 3, an insanity lance and glitter orb medicine. And then if we look at our active quests, we have 2 logging work sites, which I really wouldn't mind going to, but it's really too bad that I don't have hauling animals. So it might be in my best interest to attempt to oh, rest in peace. Thanks for the gifted subs as well. Welcome, buddy. Oh, boy. Thrombos, too. It might be in my best interest to try to tame... I was going to say try to tame a carrier, but I guess, what, only Megasloths are pack animals? Are they even pack animals? I should know this, shouldn't I? Where is it? No, I don't even think they're pack... Oh, no, they're not pack animals. I do have an inspired tame, but there's literally not a critter anywhere. So Oriana has inspired taming, and she has an animal skill of 3. So I'm not really going to be able to tame anything but, like, rats with that skill. Like, I think turkey's level 5 taming. Level 4 taming. Raccoon is level 7. Oh, really? Level 7. What about hares? Level 7. What about rats? Level 4. What do you get at level 3? Squirrels? No, level 7. Level 3 is like dogs or something. I don't know. She has inspired taming and she can't tame anything. So, okay, whatever. Okay, we're going to let everyone outside now. We're going to focus on building these additional marble bedrooms and then try to get some nice beds in there. Can the wolves haul? They can. Magic has been hauling this whole time for me. Oh, Thrumbo. I forgot to put the timer up again. But, you know, I'm going to cancel the timer. It looks like number 2 is going to win. Should I try to kill the Thrumbo? Should I hunt Thrumbo? They are not our revered animals. And their leather, fur, whatever you want to call it, would be incredibly beneficial for us. But of course, there's always danger. With that said, we do have mini turrets that can aid us. I can build some additional mini turrets before we actually attempt it. And we have a lot of combat shotguns and stuff like that. So I don't think it's that much of a threat. In fact, Gray, you get a combat shotgun as well. Operator and Amara, thanks for the follows. Wait until my pro fighter's healed. So my pro fighter won't be out of the pod for 3.9 days, and by then these Thrumbo will be gone. I can almost assuredly kill these Thrumbo without needing the Bernona, or Kadath for that matter. It really wouldn't be that much of a difficulty. I would wait until they're asleep, and then I would fire on one that broke away from the pack so that the entire pack wouldn't aggro. That's probably the safest way. And then kite it back to my base, which will be full of turrets. So then what I'm going to want to do is have Taliesin build said turrets. A 15-year-old with a combat shotgun, what could go wrong? For some reason or another, it just reminded me of Beasts of No Nation. God, that movie was so hard to watch. And I'm usually not one to be bothered by that. Ooh. Jazz, you are not done. I don't know what you're doing, but it's wrong. Gray, you should not be mining. So I'm going to take Gray off of mining because her, I forget gender, his skill is far too low to get full yield, whereas Jazz is a mining of 13, so. You can't harm trees, but a tame Thrumbo eats trees. Would it cause a mood debuff? I actually don't know. But I will say that given that we revere trees, it actually, from a storytelling, role-playing standpoint, makes the most sense for us to hate alpha beavers and Thrumbo, as they are natural enemies of trees. Okay, so yes, hunt Thrumbos. Got it. Can do, will do. Okay, so the rest of the materials are over where Jazz is, so I'm gonna have Taliesin do something else for now. Help with the new prison cells. Yeah, Arctic wolves are our venerated animal. If you ever want to be reminded of that, exclamation mark ideology or exclamation mark about both have the links for that information. So that it, you don't have to scratch your head and not know what's going on. And I keep that up to date, I think. Let me double check. Yep, that is the latest one because you'll see Rough living on it. Can the animal be changed? You can edit your save game file, but normally in RimWorld, no. You're stuck with what you start with. Your ideologies are static, not dynamic. That's actually something I would like to have. That's a change that I would love to see in RimWorld is dynamic ideology changes. I'd be totally about that. All right, let's see here. Mara, I think, is going to be our Thrumbo instigator. Gray has inspired creativity, but if memory serves, Gray does not have... No, that's not going to be helpful at all. Dynamic in what kind of way? And this has been a... This has been something that a lot of people have been suggesting, but dynamic in that it will change over time, to allow your culture to develop, so that you don't get all of the precepts, you don't get all of the memes, you don't get all the bonuses from day one. You have to, level up or whatever, kind of like psycasting. All right, Mara. So if we take a look at her skill here for What's her chance to hit? 90% chance to hit, 24% chance to manhunt her. So I'm at max range with a sniper rifle, just trying to bloodlet the Thrumble a little bit. Yo, stop running from me. Obviously, it's going to be faster than me, but I'm hopefully going to hit some legs. And if it does manhunt, I can always fall back and send everybody to come forward and help me. But I did shoot it right in the eye. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good bleed. That is a 18% per day, which is a decent bleed. Now that it's in the marsh, it won't dodge. Ooh, shot in the head again. Shot in the leg, so it's now moving at 97%. And yeah, this is the strategy. Max range, so that your hunting stealth can help you stay from being manhunted. So now it's bleeding 72% per day, which is just about a fatal bleed. And at that point, I could actually probably switch targets and shoot at a different one. Oh, a war merchant's coming in. Where? Okay, there they are. Aoife, trade with whoever they are. Come on, Mara. So now, yep, 24%, 96% chance to shoot. 100% chance to shoot. 95, 94. Shot in the neck. Wow, she really is going for the neck here. All right, it's coming closer to me, so if you take a look at the... Yep, there's the manhunt. I'm not worried about this because Taliesin, Gray, Oriana, they're all going to come to go help her out. If we take a look at the movement speed here, this thing's... actually, this thing's still moving really fast. Too bad I don't have performance-enhancing drugs. Oops, seeing some corpses on our way back. I should have sent them. I should have had them escorting. It is gaining. It's because of the light level. It's starting to get lighter out, but I don't think it got lighter out soon enough. It's moving at 4, 9. Let's hope we dodge the first one, but here's everyone coming to come help out. Don't gore me! Mara, just ignore the corpses, lest you become one. Unfortunately, Oriana's the one that has the good ranged weapon here. I need her first. No friendly fire, no friendly fire, no friendly fire. There we go. That's big damage. Perfect. Lock it down. Lock it down. It's dead. As close as it can be. Oh, combat shotguns are just disgusting. Just disgusting. Whew. All right, let's continue. Yeah, combat shotguns, now that it's becoming daytime, we have full movement speed percent. Because we aren't dark worshippers, so we do suffer a penalty at night. Alright, so I'm gonna plink at the other ones, hopefully... Ooh, shot to the heart. Damn, Mara, you are nasty. Remind me not to get on your bad side. Alright, the good news here, the really good news here is they are very geographically split up now. So they're not going to herd aggro. They're only going to individual aggro. If I got bionic eyes, it wouldn't have... So the nighttime penalties for accuracy aren't that significant compared to the movement speed. And you can't negate the movement speed penalties unless you are a dark worshipper, unless you have the darkness meme. But bionic legs or architect legs or, you know, performance enhancing drugs of that nature will help, obviously. All right, so they weakened this one up. I am going to try a very new tactic, which is Super Blaster Nerf Gun is, I think, what I'm going to call this tactic. I was hoping to actually aggro it, but it did not aggro. Come on, Oriana. Anna. Do you get size stuff without royalty? As a tribal, you do. Yeah. All right, Aoife, go haul the Thrumbo. There's 3 ways to get Psi casting in RimWorld. You can pray to the Animatree, you can gain Royal Favor, Honor, or you can steal the Neuroformers. Those are the 3 ways, and tribals can do the Animatree, anyone can steal the Neuroformers, and... Oh, yeah, here we go. It's Nerf blasting time. Alright, Mara, I don't want you to piss that one off just yet. Nerf or nothing. Alright, and now... Aoife, what are you... Oh, where were you, Aoife? I have no idea. Another one bites the dust. Wow, she is just about done killing this one all on her own. Holy hell. Yes, this is way ahead of YouTube by 22 hours or something. So, spoilers abound. Oh, it's aggro. Aoife, it's chasing you. Care. Like, I'm talking to Aoife somehow. That's not how this works. Mara, you keep shooting. And my Nerf blasters are gonna go cut it off. Hold the line! Don't hold the line, don't hold the line! Plop. Alright, we're done. All 3 are done. And Vera, as a result, has gone berserk. Come on, Latch, Reindeer, get her. Get her! So Kadath is in there for only 5 more hours, Bernona for 3 days. Let's clear these out. The trader here is way down south, so now I know where Aoife was going. It's gonna suck to trade with him because whatever I buy from them, I have to haul for like a full day, which is gross. So 1 Thrumbo, 2 Thrumbo, 3 Thrumbo. All Thrumbo are getting hauled in. So I'm gonna have Taliesin try to oh no meds. Taliesin will try to get the new prison cells, which will reduce the breakout chance and make berserks a little bit less annoying. So that's his current job. Here's the sales. I'm going to sell more than buy. Because I don't want to have to haul stuff unless it's really important. I have an assault rifle that I don't have equipped? That's news to me. Okay. Now, what do they even have to sell me, though? Herbal meds of 24 stack? You know, I'll do it. No, I could grow it. Whatever. They have Panthers and a Boomalope. No, this looks good. I'll even sell the Toop too. Alright, so Aoife. I'm going to have you caravan that back to us because it's more than you can carry in one load. Done. Can Panthers haul? No. They can only attack. And I don't even think they can rescue. Okay, so here's the assault rifle. I'm going to want to equip that. Oh, no, that's Mara's. Never mind. Mara has the sniper rifle. Taliesin is coming back, and he's going to want to eat and rest. Still silver on the floor? Over by them? Oh, yeah. Because Aoife's hauling an incomplete stack. Lame. I hate when they do that. Haul all 500, load it in 2 stacks. I'll just caravan it all so that she can haul something else home. Kadath is out of the pod and will be returning back to duty. I'm just looking around the map to see if there's a haul, a pikeman, I guess. Oh, no. I will, hold on. I will get the 31 meds that are in this corner and all this stuff too. Thank you very much. So if we take a look at Kadath, he no longer has a scratch scar on his arm. And then when he went into the pod, he was covered in scars, like just normal scars, or not scars, bruises and cuts and stuff. And obviously that is not the case anymore. Freedom! You're out of the cave. Okay, cooking of 6, that's fine. Is biosculpting dead people possible? No, it is not. Living only. All right, Taliesin, please get building those beautiful bedrooms. And we have a mad rat near Aoife, I think. I'm also trying to get all the pemmican because the mad rat's going after the mech cluster, so rip rat. Not gonna be my problem. Oh no, it made it through. Small target syndrome. All right, Aoife, you're up. And it's dead. Yes, you could use a resurrector mech serum on dead people to bring them back to life, but currently that would be the only way. Okay. Hopefully Aoife does not have a mental break coming home, but is able to haul almost all the plasteel that was left, which is good. Is she malnourished just from walking to the trader? Yes, it is. Well, I could fix that. Now that we're rough living, we don't have penalties eating without a table, as you can see. So, might as well, right? All right. Another thing, Taliesin, let's get beds. So what do we want here? We want a bed, a table, and a stool. This will be the setups. It's cramped, gonna be cramped, but you know, it's literally what we can afford, so. Yoda streamer cam? Yeah, there is no Yoda, unfortunately, but give me 1 second. I'll try to arrange Tusk. There we go. Yoda's at the groomers. He'll be home soon. But I had to pick her up to move her. She's very cute. So here's the shield belt for Aoife. Also, Aoife, you should no longer caravan. You're good. You did what you needed to do. And now we have a fair bit of silver. Give the prisoners peg legs? Well, 2 of 3 prisoners are prisoners I intend to recruit, so no, that wouldn't really help me in the long run. One is going to be an organ donor, and then the others are going to be recruited. Unwilling organ donor, mind you. Give the one I plan on getting rid of peg legs? Well, I could just give them peg legs and remove it so she can never leave. And that would be good, that would be good doctoring practice for Oriana as well. But anyway, I will do that once I have the hospital set up. Which after these beds, I'll get next. So where's that shield belt? Here it is. Excellent quality shield belt. Kadath, you are just a gem. Given that a lot of my pawns have affinity, what do you mean affinity? What did you do? You made a excellent quality shield belt. Cause of... okay, good. Reindeer is having a crisis here. Oh, the fact that I have passions for melee? So if we take a look at the passions for melee, Aoife here doesn't really have passions for anything. The reason I have her in melee is... well, I don't know. Actually, it really depends on who my sidecaster becomes. Currently, I don't really have a sidecaster, as you can see. My sidecaster that I had died. But yeah, I guess it's... so I suppose it depends on who my sidecaster will be. Okay, I would like to give my people the better beds and the prisoners the worst beds. So I'm going to move these beds around. This one doesn't need a light anymore. Although that's not a terrible place for a hospital. I was thinking putting the hospital in here, though. I'm not sure. Probably neither of these because they're not large enough rooms. I would need to put the hospital somewhere else entirely. But that's not a good spot either. Here, perhaps. I could very easily expand my base out like that. Let's go ahead and do that. They'll figure out a hospital spot. A ton of furniture has new textures, just not just the standing lamp. There's new textures for a lot of stuff. Tables, stools. And it depends on your ideology. The style of your ideology. Oh, here's another good bed. Mara, that will be yours. Or excellent bed, I should say. And then this other one, this other excellent, I think will go to Jazz. Because Gray is a little bit of the low man on the totem pole, being the newest. All right, so these now are all set for Reindeer and Vera. So Aoife, how far are you from the base? Not that far, but we'll have the prisoners moved soon. Oh, there we go. Mara's doing it. Oh, Taliesin, Mara, Kadath, Vera, and Bernona all got, really? Bernona got Mechanites in the sculpting pod? Come on. What? Now you're just being mean. How? I honestly, I'm going to report that as a bug. I'm a little curious if that is intended behavior or not. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not. So Latch here is going to be our super organ donor. So I'm going to uninstall Latch's bed and have Oriana probably practice the art of removing legs, and then eventually get around to doing the organ stuff. Randy is the worst DM ever. He does seem to just be mean. So here, Gray, with the burning passion and intellect, is starting to research, and we are just about done with Vitals Monitor, which is going to then kick off the surgeries. That's what I was waiting for. So, the question I have for all of you is what to research next. We have pulse charged munitions. Just going to call it pulse munitions. We could do long range mineral. That wouldn't be terrible for specific desired ores. Autocannon. One interesting thing that could be useful is the, well, fire foam, which would help with the ancient complexes, and then biofuel refining. Oops, spelled it wrong. So biofuel refining would lead to mortars and also transport pods. Because you can't really transport pod without biofuel. And last but not least, where is it? Moisture pump. Okay. The benefit of moisture pump is we could start draining the swamp to put the walls where we want them. What are those two tables under Latch's prison? These? These are neural supercharges. I wonder how many times I'm gonna have to say that this stream. Alright, bed is no longer assigned to Latch. No, it is not. Who removed that bed? Taliesin. Okay. So this here is going to be for prisoners for now, and then I'm going to throw a vitals monitor in there, and that will be the site of our surgeries. I'm not going to worry about a sterile room. Our future hospital can accommodate for a sterile room. For now, it's just going to be stone. Cleaned up stone, but stone. Hi, Magic. Poor Magic with his total destruction of his body due to those termites. Okay, we are seconds away. Yep, they're done. And you guys wanted moisture pumps next. So far. I'm gonna let the timer run out, but that's what's leading. So let's go ahead and get a vitals monitor hooked up to this bed. And that will improve our chances for surgery. Latch here, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Latch here is going to be organ stripped a little bit. And the reason for that if we take a look, Jazz is missing a lung, and Taliesin is missing a kidney. So we will be remedying that situation. Am I lacking? Yeah, I'm lacking gold right now. Okay, another task I'm going to need to send my guys out to do is to mine a little gold, because that is our limiting factor in getting more advanced components. I have a bunch of plasteel, but the gold is what we need most. So I'll send my miners out, make sure that they're zoned to go there. Yep, we're zoned for here, and we're zoned for here. Perfect. Yeah, I'm getting a bionic eye for Oriana, and then I'll have you all vote on who gets the next bionic. Bernona now is 1.4 days away, and I have 2.5 days left for Anteater in the lair. I'm going to try to wait as long as I can. A little reminder, of course, that you all voted that yes, I do clear out this site, and yes, I do get the social trainer. Is that the eye that was lost to the roof? Yes, it was. It has been a long time. Thank you for watching The Keepers of the Gauranlen Grove, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keep in mind that this episode is far behind the Twitch series. It was originally recorded on July 27th. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers as well. Thank you for watching. I hope to catch you in an upcoming episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.